Patrick, are you ready for us?
Ready to go.
All right, we'll start with Harold Kuntz. Go ahead, Harold.
Hey, Patrick, I'll kind of start you off with a fun question. There were a lot of people in both Clay County and Jackson County that wrote you in as president. So I just wanted to know if you had a slogan, what would your slogan be if you had that, and are you conceding the race officially? And also just recap Arrowhead Stadium, how the voting process went. I know you donated half of the money to get to that, how you feel it all went down, and going forward, since you're going to be here for 2 more election periods, how you feel that Arrowhead would be open for more elections in the future.
Yeah, I mean, first off, I mean, it's funny for sure. I mean, I think Arrowhead was ended up being a great spot for people to kind of come together, go out and get your vote, and be in a great place where it seemed like everything went smooth and it was ran well. And so super exciting, and hopefully that we can continue to do that. And obviously funny getting rid in and stuff like that, but that's not anywhere where I'm thinking right now. So maybe later on I'll think of a slogan or something like that.
Let's go next to Pete Sweeney. Go ahead, Pete.
Good afternoon, Patrick. You're obviously a former MVP of this league and one of the features right now. Another guy coming in is Christian McCaffrey. I know it's the other side of the football, but as a fan of the game, what do you like that he brings to the table?
Yeah, I mean, he's a guy that can do it all. I mean, he can catch the ball just as well as he runs the ball, and he runs the ball well. So he's someone that can really is a mismatch for defenses. He can run the ball between the tackles. He can have speed to beat on to win on the outside, and he can run routes just like a receiver. So a talented guy, and I'm excited to get to watch him play.
Let's go next to Sam McDowell. Go ahead, Sam.
Hey, Patrick. Last week, obviously, you hit Tyreek on a couple of deep passes, and that's something that hasn't been quite as open this year. Is that something you guys outwardly talked about, like, hey, be patient, that's coming, or was it just sort of understood that the way defenses are playing with you, you didn't really have to have that talk?
Yeah, I think it was more understood. I mean, we run the routes during every game where we have the opportunities to have these big plays. It's just we've been hitting the underneath guys instead just because of how the defense is presenting itself. And so for us, I'm going to try to do a good job of giving those guys opportunities downfield. And when the defense is going to really take it away, get it to the other guys underneath and let them make plays as well.
Let's go next to Karen Kornacki. Go ahead, Karen.
Hi, Patrick. Congratulations on being the AFC Offensive Player of the Week. You've been that a few times in your career and twice this year. Does that carry any more meaning? I mean, you've won so many awards, but to be honored when you've had a great game, do you look at that as something that's pretty special?
Yeah, it is. I mean, anytime you're honored in a league like this with those Player of the Week, I mean, there's a lot of guys that had great weeks this week, and so that's special to me, and it's something that you have to really just you still take that same honor from the beginning to the end of your career because you know that they don't come all the time, and you have to really go out there and earn it every single week.
Let's go next to Sam Mellinger. Go ahead, Sam.
Hey, Patrick. I want to ask you with the election, at least the voting over, right? Did you guys, politics is such a divisive topic for a lot of people. Did you guys amongst the team, did you guys ever talk about like specific candidates or issues to vote for? Or was it more just like, hey, just go vote and what you do is what you do?
I think we talk about certain subjects. I mean, you have those conversations because you have people that come from all different backgrounds from different areas of the country. And so you definitely talk and listen and get different perspectives. But we try to keep it out of the politics being so divisive as it is. But we want to understand where everyone's coming from, no matter who you vote for.
Let's go next to Seren Petro. Go ahead, Seren.
Patrick, two quick questions kind of related. I'll give you the first one, and then if Brad, you let me just follow up. First of all, a lot of questions last week about the Jets and a look-ahead scenario, and obviously you guys passed that test with flying colors. Also seemed like maybe, and I remember you talking back at that first game on the road with no fans and how empty it was, how it took you a little time to get going. Have you guys, decided you got to get a little more animated? We saw you carrying Tyreek Hill. Tyreek's jumping into the stands. Is that one of the ways you guys are kind of creating that energy and in emotion for yourselves, is just doing it with your own, interaction amongst the guys on the field?
Yeah, I mean, you have to. And I think we did that even before there wasn't fans in the stands. You have to enjoy playing this game. You have to love it. It's a long season. You want to make sure that you have that same energy every time you step on that field. And so we enjoy going out there and being able to play this game together and go out there and have success doing it.
All right. And then the follow-up is, you've been saying all along, right? They've been kind of taking the top off from you guys. You've been patient, taking what they're giving and all that. This game obviously looked like some of the, older games where you had a chance to do it. Is that something you guys needed to do, right? To know that it's there, just like a recent for lack of a better term, muscle memory that if you need to shoot it out, you've done that within the last 4 or 5 weeks and you can do it?
I mean, I never had any doubt that we were able to do it. So, I mean, I think for us, we were just trying to go out there, take what's there and score points. The defense has been playing their tail off, getting us the ball in great field position, and we're trying to capitalize on that as much as possible.
Let's go next to Adam Teicher. Go ahead, Adam.
Hey, Patrick, you talked earlier about being able to get some big plays to Tyreek against the Jets. And you've also talked recently about having to be patient. How's Tyreek been through all this? I mean, have you had to talk to him about staying patient, or has he had to talk to you about that? I mean, how's that part of it been?
I think he's been all about the process. I mean, he understands that when the opportunity comes, I'm going to give him a chance. And he usually makes the play when I give it in range for him to make a catch. And so he understands that. That's what's so special about our locker room is no one's trying to ask for the ball. No one's saying I need to get these catches or these run attempts. Everybody just wants to win, and they understand that they're going to get their shot, and when it does, they're going to capitalize on that opportunity.
Looks like we got one more hand up. We'll go last to Matt Derrick. Go ahead, Matt.
Hey, Patrick, I'm curious about the swag surfing that was going on. Going to the fourth quarter. I get it, it's fun and it's a game and you're supposed to be having fun. I'm curious what you thought of it when you saw the guys out on the field of defense doing that. And conversely, how would you feel if you were on the other side, you were on offense and you saw the opposing defense doing that to you guys?
Yeah, to me, I think it was just our defense was out there having fun and a break during the game. And like you said, you just got to bring your own energy. You got to have fun, especially when there's not as many fans in the stands. And so I thought those guys were having a great time out there and playing some really good football. And so for me, if there's the other defense, I would just try to go score. I mean, that's all you can do in those moments. And you let your play talk in those moments.